All right, we're going to take a quick look now at using the trigger feature in combination with a trailing stop as opposed to using a limit sell order. So the trailing stop, I mentioned that or went over that in more detail in a previous video. Just to show you or just to give you an example real quick, we're looking at ZTR, which is a CEF. If we were to have purchased this CEF here, we might set a trailing stop at 20 cents, and what that does is that trailing stop would not be activated until this CEF falls 20 cents or more from its previous peak. So it looks like it would have sold there. So again, if you want more detail on that, check out the previous video. Using a trigger in combination with the trailing stop is similar to using a limit sell order, but gives you a little bit more flexibility. So limit sell order, let's say that we purchase ZTR somewhere around here. I used to use limit sell orders a lot for my short-term trades, and I'm a very active trader, and I believe using the trigger in combination with the trailing stop is also for active traders because you're not fully protected on the downside, which I'll show you here in a second. So let's say that we purchase ETR here. If we would have set if we set a limit sell order, let's say at 1260, where it looks like maybe there's some resistance, then this stock would automatically sell at 1260. So if we're right and it hits resistance and then comes down, that's great. Sold at 1260, which is a pretty good level if it turns around right there, and we did all the right things. But if the stock continues to move upward, then we obviously would lose out on further gains. Now, if alternatively to using that limit sell, if we set a trigger at 1260, which then triggered a trailing stop, let's say at 20 cents below, then what that would do is as soon as this stock hits 1260 would then activate that 20-cent trailing stop, and then if it turned downward like we believe it would sell, of course, at 1240, or if it continues upward, it would only sell as soon as the trend reverses. So if it breaks through that resistance, we still hang on to the stock. So as you can see, a little more a lot more flexibility than just a straight limit sell order. So I use these triggers in combination with the trailing stop quite frequently. In fact, I sometimes even do it, let's say a trigger at 1260, but a really tight trailing stop, maybe only 5 cents below, just in case it hits this resistance and really pops out of the resistance. Really, maybe there's a short squeeze and it really shoots upward. There might be just some really significant gains I grab within a session or a few sessions there. So anyway, that is how to use a trigger in combination with a trailing stop as opposed to using a limit sell. Now, of course, as I mentioned, I am an active trader, so that's the one thing that, just like a limit sell order, the one thing that a trigger in combination with a trailing stop doesn't do is it doesn't protect you on the downside. Because this trigger here at 1260, again, our order isn't activated whatsoever until it hits that trigger. So therefore, if we purchased here and the stock went, headed south, then our trigger just, nothing's activated. The order just stays open. But of course, as I mentioned, I'm an active trader. I would generally just keep an eye on this. If it breaks below this uptrending support, I'd probably sell there. Or, realistically, this is a dividend CEF, so I might even hang on to it, making sure it doesn't break below support here. But of course, that's a whole other conversation. But and then just to show you real quick what this looks like on Options House. On my trading platform, yours again might look different. I showed you in the previous video what a trailing stop looks like here. As I mentioned, 20 cents below, sell at market, go till cancel here. If we set a trigger here, as we mentioned, what did we say, 1260? We would simply say last price greater than 1260. Good to cancel. Then what this means as soon as it hits this 1260, it then activates this 20-cent trailing stop. And again, just to mention that the order is not activated whatsoever until it hits this trigger. So hope that explains that pretty well. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. Thanks.